So I asked you guys on my Discord what video ideas you had for me, and a lot of you wanted to see my top 10 personal favorite characters. So let's see. What 10 people got on this list of my favorite characters, and who is number 1? Let's find out. So these 10 characters are actually based off my personal opinion. I have nothing against any other characters. These are just my 10 personal favorites. If you don't like it, you can suck it. Number 10. Cathy King. Cathy King was a very interesting character, starting out as just some random hacker you meet at a university, all the way to the chief's granddaughter, and then Alex's girlfriend. Things are just going back and forth with this character, and I really liked her backstory. Her story kept going forward even after the university district. In case 51, you see her after the chief's death, and then in case 52, you see her again, and then in case 56, she's a suspect, and she gets detained for literally tampering with evidence. Great one, Cathy. But overall, I really like this character, and I like her story with Alex. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9. Tess Goodwin. I really liked her as a character. She really had the Roast Star Trooper role down. She knew exactly what she was doing at every single second that she was talking to us. And, you know, if Ramirez hadn't hit Jones with a frying pan, it would have worked. I probably would have died. And, you know, I really gotta say, Tess, you tried to kill me, so I can't like you that much. That's why I put you number 9 on the list. But I do appreciate your efforts. I was a tiny bit bummed when she died in case 55, but I wasn't like too disappointed because it did fit well with our plot, and she did try to help us in the end. Overall, she was a really good anti-villain, and I really liked her story. But let's move on to number 8. Number 8. Maddie O'Malley. Maddie is overall one of my favorite partners to play with. She was a lot better than Jones or Jack because not only did she have that bit of responsibility to her, but she was a lot of fun. She knew how to keep things entertaining while also sticking to her job. That being said, she probably would have been a bit lower on the list if she was a little more, not so drink heavy, I guess, is the best way to say it. Honestly, absinthe is just really not a good drink. I mean, I haven't drinking it myself. I've heard stories of naked fairies, okay? I've heard things. But naked green fairies aside, let's move on to number 7. Number 7, Amy Young. This is a love-hate character for a lot of people, but overall, I really like this character. I thought she was a fun sidekick sort of person next to Frank, who was really just lazy and drunk half the time, so that's why Frank wasn't on the list. He was a nice guy, but he didn't do his job well. But Amy, on the other hand, after case 30, was very responsible, being a bit strict at times, but getting the job done as well as possible. I really did like her happiness and courage to always figure out new things and experience everything, and I really hope she's doing well with the Pacific Bay Police Department as we speak. But anyways, let's move on to number 6. Number 6, Diego del Lobo. This has got to be one of the most interesting characters of the entire game, I have to say. Starting out as pretty much a criminal, he's literally just there for the plot. Having a huge crush on Maddie O'Malley, who we all know will never date him. Pretty much. Diego pretty much just starts out as a criminal in case 7, and then helps us once in case 8, and then comes back as a suspect in case 11, and then just keeps helping us. And I'm actually starting to ship Evie del Lobo because I gotta say, they're kind of cute. But, I mean, he's doing a lot to help other people. He's not just some sorted out criminal. He probably would have been lower on the list if he actually weren't a criminal at all, and he was simply just here to help us on the team. But that aside, he's a really good character. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5, Russell Crane. Russell has got to be the smartest person in the entirety of the game. He is so well acknowledged with everything, in criminal psychology, to be exact. I really overall liked how smart this person was and how he made me feel like an idiot half the time because he knew every single motive of every single killer. He knew every single piece of the puzzle and he was never wrong. Well, overall, at the end of the season, when he and Amy kissed, I thought they were just adorable. I would ship them for days. You know I ship characters all the time, so that's not a big surprise to anyone. But really, I think they were adorable. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4. Evie Holloway. Evie is actually kind of a cute character, I'll say myself. She's a lot of fun to talk to, and she's really well knowledge with everything she is. She knows like 10 different languages. She's the DuPont of season 4. Which is funny because I thought Charles DuPont would be the DuPont of season 4. But not only is Evie well knowledge, she's gonna date someone, okay? I really ship her and Katherine. That's not a big surprise to anyone, but her and Diego would be kind of cute too. Speaking of Katherine, let's move on to number 3. And yes, I'm talking about Katherine Woolf. This has gotta be the coolest character of all time. She basically jumped in case 12 as a reporter, and then she kept reporting, and sometimes getting in our ways kind of like a Saul, but she actually helped us. Unlike a Saul, who will never, ever, ever, ever be on this list. Ever. But Katherine coming out as a lesbian in Case 13 was actually probably one of the most interesting moments in the entire game, because we haven't had a lesbian, or at least a lesbian on the team. I really, really hope she joins the team. I think she will. I can't be sure about anything, but honestly, if she doesn't join the team, I'll be pretty sad, because, well, what am I gonna ship? But all of the love for Katherine aside, let's move on to number 2. Number 2, Elliot Clayton. This is no surprise to anyone because, well, he's me. Elliot is kind of the emo version of me, but smarter in technology and more acknowledged and everything. Being my friend Lau's favorite character of all time, and you can't argue with that. Elliot really was a fun basket case. He was really kind of childish and cool at times, you know. He was, I wouldn't say he was hip, but you know, he was kind of there, and then he had a bit of a crush, maybe with Van Alabama. I don't think he had a crush, I think he liked her music a bit too much. Just saying. But Elliot probably was one of my favorite characters, being at number 2. But finally, before we move on to number 1, let's list some honorable mentions. Charles DuPont, Armand DuPont, Grace Delaney, Lars Douglas, Carmen Martinez, and Sanjay Korabati. Some of my favorite characters, and most of them being from Season 3. Don't hate me on that one, these are just people I prefer. Finally, number 1, Michelle Zuria. To anybody in the Discord or the Wiki, this is absolutely no surprise. She is by far my favorite character for her turn to the bright side after one character turns to the dark side in Case 42, and I just thought she had a really compelling plot. I mean, she started out as a somber lawyer, and then she revealed to be X, and then she helped Elliot a lot, and I really think I ship Michelle Elliot. I'm just saying, it fits. But the one thing that really set me off was in Case 48 when her death happened. I was so devastated when we figured out that Michelle was dead. Or was she? Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you disliked the video, well, you know what to do, but if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the Criminal Case Theorists for more amazing content. Remember, that's just a theory, and I'll see you in the next one.